Hi and welcome to this week's Ask the Team. We're in the beautiful location of Tarvin today. We're on a shoot for a beautiful barn conversion in the lovely location of Sheath Farm. So it's really exciting because we're very close to completing on a sale in this complex, but we're bringing to market another one and it truly is gorgeous.
Perfect day for it, absolutely baking here in the sun, so this might be a short video before we get absolutely burnt to a crisp. So we wanted to talk a little bit about stamp duty. It's been a huge topic, it's been a big part of our lives and most of our buyers and sellers for the last few months. It seems like everything's come to a head at the end of June, and you'd be wrong to think that that's the end of it really. Yes, there's been a big stamp duty saving up to 15,000 for homes of 500,000 in England. And there's been a lot of movement and a lot of activity in that area, but actually let's not forget that's going to carry on going. So there's lots of people who haven't completed yet, and there'll be new deals to be done for houses up to 250, so there'll still be a stamp duty saving for that. So let's not lose sight of that, because I think that's a bonus for people.
So the big deadline of course is tomorrow for up to 500,000, but 250,000 that will continue until the end of September. So from the 1st of October we go back to 125,000. Anything above would have stamp duty.
And it's been chaotic. It's been a little bit ragged at times over the last few weeks, just because there've been so many purchases going through. It's been an incredibly busy month for us, and I'm sure for other agents. It's interesting. We've had some completions just in the last day or so that started and finished, in 4 or 5 weeks. And equally, we've got one completing today where I first met the couple in November. So it seems like it doesn't matter when these sales started, everybody's decided they're going to converge on that last week in June. And it keeps things interesting. I think one thing I didn't see, which I think we've been a little bit worried about, was, if deals weren't going to get done, are people going to walk away from chains? And I think that was my fear in particular. I thought people would walk away and chains would be left in disarray. That hasn't happened. I think negotiations took place early on, and I think 1 or 2 sales maybe have slipped and people have just accepted that's the case. But pretty much, I don't know how everybody's done it, but with pretty much everything that we thought was going to happen has happened in June. So touch wood, still a little bit longer to go, but we're almost there.
Yeah. It is. It's been a really, really interesting time. When you look at the numbers, we're about 44% up on the number of people looking for houses at the moment. And I don't think that is just about stamp, although it's definitely helped. It's also been about lockdown, isn't it? And people are wanting to just stretch that little bit more, push out the walls of their house, have a beautiful garden like this beautiful garden we're in today. The appetite has changed, and I think people are looking to spend their money in their home, which of course is a great thing for the property market.
And if we think it's going to continue, I think that's a key thing in terms of what happens next. Again, there was some school of thought that maybe at the end of this we were going to go off a cliff in terms of house sales. Actually, we've seen pretty much the opposite. We've had a ridiculously busy few days with new instructions, and I think I know for a fact there have been lots of vendors out there who've deliberately not wanted to bring their house to the market anywhere near June because they didn't want to be thrown out on the streets.
They don't want the pressure.
No, and then there wasn't anything for people to choose, so they didn't want to be going into rented and have to leave their house and have to try and find a house of their dreams. But for the people who have done that, that has created lots of people who have cash, are in rented, are staying with friends and family, who are really looking now for this next batch of properties to come to the market, and they're coming. I think we are going to get, at least until the end of the year now, we're going to get lots of new stuff. It'll be very exciting, and there'll be lots of people who are ready to go, more than ever, who are cash and ready to proceed.
Yeah, completely agree.
Exciting times, if we can survive the next few days at least, and don't get too burnt by the sun. So
thank you so much for watching. If you've got any questions at all, please reach out to John or I, or indeed any of the team. We would be delighted to help in any way we can. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.